Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests. Welcome to the Institute Pasteur Korea 2023 International Symposium. My name is Soa Kwon, and I'm your moderator for today's event. 네, 인사드리겠습니다. 오늘 사회를 맡은 아리랑 국제방송 아나운서 권소아입니다. 반갑습니다. Thank you very much. It is my absolute honor to be greeting such a distinguished gathering of researchers, experts, and guests from all around the world. And with that, I would like to first and foremost extend my deepest appreciation to all of our guests on behalf of the organizers of today's event, especially to those who traveled far to be here with us today for the successful hosting of today's symposium. The main theme of today's symposium is fighting infectious diseases sensitive to climate change. And I have to say it's very timely that we're holding this symposium today, especially with the climate conference, the COP28 happening in Dubai also on this Thursday. And with that, I would like to give you a brief preview of today's program. We will commence with the opening ceremony, followed by 3 sessions. And those sessions will include 12 presentations as well as a panel discussion. Above all, I hope that this symposium will help in preparing countermeasures against infectious diseases caused by climate change and also strengthen international cooperation. So first of all, we would like to officially begin with some opening remarks. And Byung-Kwon Im, CEO of Institute Pasteur Korea, which is the organizer of today's event, will give us those opening remarks. So please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I'm pleased to extend a warm welcome all participants, both on site and online, at the 2023 Institute Pasteur Korea International Symposium around the theme of fighting infectious diseases sensitive climate change. In particular, my deepest gratitude towards the member of the National Assembly, An Chol-soo, the Deputy Minister, No Kyung-won, the Ministry of Science and ICT, His Excellency Philippe Berthoud, French Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, and the Chairman of Institute Pasteur Korea Board of Directors, Lee Myung-chul, who are present with us today despite their busy schedule. I'm also honored to welcome 18 distinguished scientific leaders and scholars in climate change, infectious disease, and public health will serve as chairs, speakers, and panelists. Today, our focus on sharing insight to address significant threat to global public health posed by the intersection of climate change and infectious disease. The complex interplay between climate barriers and the disease potential involving factors such as biodiversity, ecological disturbance, drug resistance, and weakened immunity further complicate the situation. The response to this critical concern, this symposium assembly preeminent experts in climate change, monitoring and modeling, advanced early warning systems, and research and development of therapeutics, vaccinate, and diagnostics for infectious disease. The objective is to identify collaborative global strategies. This symposium serves as a platform for discussing the impact of climate change on infectious disease globally, as well as exploring preparedness and response measures of major threats. I'm confident that discussion today will strengthen our collective evidence against infectious disease sensitive climate change. I extend my gratitude to each of for you, your passion, and eagerly anticipate expertise you will contribute. Thank you.
Thank you very much for opening today's symposium with those significant words, which raised our expectations for fruitful discussions today. Let's give them another big round of applause. And now I would like to introduce our distinguished guests who will also deliver us congratulatory remarks for this occasion. First, we have Choi Soo-an, member of the National Assembly of the Republic of Korea. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Choi Soo-an, a member of National Assembly of South Korea. I'm very proud to have this great institute in my constituency. I wish to congratulate Institute Pasteur Korea for hosting the International Symposium on the theme Fighting Infectious Disease Sensitive to Climate Change. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to the experts from different countries who attended the symposium on behalf of their respective organizations. COVID-19 has taught us an important lesson. It has taught us that a pandemic can cause profound changes in so many socio-economic aspects, and that new infectious diseases, which we have never been experienced before, could appear at any time. Recently, I watched the documentary at Netflix, and it said that there are about 1.6 million species of viruses that have not yet come into contact with humans. And global climate change moved wild animals containing those viruses to human habitat areas. So rapid global climate change is a significant factor in increasing infectious disease outbreaks. While the international community is working hard to slow climate change and achieve carbon neutrality, unprecedented natural disasters and catastrophes continue to occur. Given the high level of uncertainty about when and what types of infectious diseases will emerge in the future, we need to consider multiple possibilities and scenarios and develop a medium to long-term multi-level response measures. Rather than trying to reduce the likelihood of infectious disease outbreak to zero, we should improve our ability to quickly respond to infectious diseases by establishing a prevention and quarantine system to control risk factors and taking prompt actions. It is also necessary to create a continuous and efficient R&D strategy of developing vaccines and drugs, and to establish international governance and platforms for many countries to collaborate, like CEPI or Global Fund or something like that. So I hope that today's symposium will generate many great ideas and practical solutions for dealing with the future infectious diseases. I believe that your great researches and cross-border collaboration will shape the future we face. Once again, I would like to congratulate the Institute Pasteur Korea on hosting this great international symposium. Thank you.
Thank you very much for congratulating us for the symposium and your presence here today. And as you stressed, multilateral quick response seems to be the key word. So let's give Mr. An another big round of applause. And we're also delighted to have today the Minister of Science and ICT with us today for the symposium. And Kyung-won No, Deputy Minister of the Office of R&D Policy, will deliver congratulatory remarks. So let's give him a big hand.
Esteemed guests and audience, good morning and a warm welcome to everyone. I'm Kyung-won No, Deputy Minister for R&D Policy at the Ministry of Science and ICT. I'm deeply honored to be part of this international symposium centered around the theme of fighting infectious diseases sensitive to climate change. I'd like to extend my gratitude to the distinguished members present here today, including Dr. An Chol-soo, the Honorable Member of the Korean National Assembly, His Excellency Philip Bertu, the Ambassador of France to the Republic of Korea, Dr. Akim Ali, Director of the Environmental Health Center in the Western Pacific region at the WHO, Dr. Jerome Kim, Director of the International Vaccine Institute, and all other experts who have graciously taken time from their busy schedules to attend this international symposium. I also wish to express my appreciation to Im Byung-won, CEO of Institute Pasteur Korea, whose efforts have made this significant event possible. As we all know, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused substantial social and economic challenges worldwide, with its impact continuing to be felt. This crisis has underscored the importance of proactively developing capabilities to respond to infectious diseases. Experts predict the recurring emergency and spread of new infectious diseases, particularly highlighting the introduction of novel diseases due to climate change as a significant threat. Climate change presents a universal challenge, elevating the risk of emerging infectious diseases due to rapid environmental and ecosystem changes. Additionally, it contributes to the global spread of infectious diseases in tropical regions because of rising temperatures. Addressing this risk requires global research cooperation, the sharing of infection research resources and information, and international collaborative research, underscoring the collective effort required. Given this perspective, the theme of today's symposium, Fighting Infectious Diseases Sensitive to Climate Change, holds profound relevance. The Korean government recognizes the proactive establishment of infectious disease response capabilities as a fundamental responsibility in safeguarding public health. It is committed to strenuous efforts to build a sustainable infectious disease research ecosystem, emphasizing global research cooperation. I hope that today's symposium will offer a valuable platform to deliberate on novel research strategies and foster global cooperation in addressing future infectious disease threats. May it yield fruitful discussions and pave the way for collaboration among the infectious disease research institutions. Once again, congratulations to the Institute Pasteur Korea for the successful organization of this international symposium. I'd like to extend my gratitude to all distinguished guests for your participation and commend the organizers for their dedicated efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for those remarks, and also thank you to the government's efforts and endeavors in continuous support for R&D. Let's give them another big round of applause. Thank you very much. And next, it is our pleasure to be joined by the Ambassador of France to the Republic of Korea, Philippe Berthoud, who also has words of congratulations for us today. Let's give him a warm round of applause.
Thank you very much. I am Philippe Berthoud, French Ambassador to Korea, Annyeonghasimnika. Dear Mr. Lim, CEO of Institute Pasteur Korea, dear Honorable Dr. An, Member of Parliament, dear Dr. Roh, Deputy Minister, R&D Policy, Minister of Science and ICT, dear Dr. Lavillette, Chief Scientific Officer of Institut Pasteur Korea, distinguished researchers, scientists, dear friends here in Korea, also online as I understand. First, allow me to express my great pleasure and great honor to be able to address you today at this momentous symposium organized by the Institut Pasteur Korea. This gathering is not only a symbol of the enduring partnership between France and Korea, but also serves as a testament to the profound ties forged through the pursuit of scientific excellence, a tradition exemplified by the esteemed Louis Pasteur. In this shared commitment, France and Korea together hold and share a pivotal role, united as members of the same Pacific community. Beyond the ocean's physical borders or boundaries, we collectively uphold the values that affirm health as a common public good. The international network of Pasteur Institutes, with its various branches in Korea here, but also in New Caledonia and Southeast Asia, stands as a beacon at the forefront of the Indo-Pacific cooperation in addressing health challenges. The discussions today focused on fighting diseases sensitive to climate change hold particular significance, resonating not only with the spirit of the symposium, but also with the broader landscape of global health. This dual emphasis reflects the depth of our commitment, a commitment that lies at the heart of France's comprehensive strategy in the realm of global health. From 2023 to 2025, France is making a very substantial investment exceeding 2 billion euros in multilateral funds. This financial commitment signifies a robust dedication to addresses the interconnected challenges of our time. And our recently unveiled Global Health Strategy for 2023-2027 is more than a roadmap. It is a shared vision amongst French stakeholders, representing a unified commitment to fostering a healthier, more equitable world. In this pursuit, we prioritize promoting equitable, sustainable, and person-centered health systems. Our focus on preventing and combating diseases at all ages extends beyond immediate challenges, positioning us to address public health emergencies and climate change under the One Health approach. As we discuss the impact of climate change on global health, it is essential, of course, to recognize the international context, including, and before all, the 28th United Nations Climate Change Conference, which has already been mentioned, COP28, which is starting today in Dubai. And we all cross fingers so that this COP leads us to great results. Building on the foundation laid by COP21 in Paris in 2015 and the Paris agreements, COP28 marks, and we hope it will mark, a pivotal moment for the global transformative climate action. It brings the world together at a critical moment for global transformative climate action, and it addresses the urgent challenges. So this gathering serves as a platform to align our efforts, drawing inspiration from the global dialogue on climate resilience. And all the speakers that you will listen today will certainly illustrate how climate change affects our health, and our well-being through the impacts of extreme events, worsening air quality, changes in the spread of infectious diseases, threats to food and to water quality and quantity, and effects also on our mental health. These principles and these, understanding of the challenges before us, they guide France's commitments to pioneering sustainable solutions. And as we delve into the discussions today, I think we need to acknowledge, but also to amplify the significance of our collaborative role, France, Korea, together in shaping the trajectory of global health and improved global health. And because laboratories and symposia, the collaboration between France and Korea signifies a friendship that is founded on shared values, on cultural understanding, and a joint commitment to this sustainable future. So in conclusion, as you embark on this symposium, and that we all try to align our efforts here, but also with the COP28 on global dialogue on climate resilience, we need, I think, to treasure the unique relationship between Korea and France in advancing scientific excellence and collaboration. I extend my profound thanks to the Institut Pasteur Korea and its international team, under the leadership of Mr. Lim and Dr. Lavillette, for orchestrating this very meaningful event and gathering. And may our shared commitment to healthier worlds deepen the bonds between our two nations. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Kamsa Hamida. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur Berthoud. So we hope for increased partnership in fighting infectious diseases and climate change for the well-being of the people of France, Korea, and the world. So thank you again for those words. Let's give Monsieur Berthoud another big round of applause. And for our fourth congratulatory remark, I'd like to introduce Rebecca Grace, Executive Director of Pasteur Network. She unfortunately could not be here with us in person today, but has sent us a congratulatory message via video. So let's take a look.
Good morning. My name is Rebecca Grace. I'm the Executive Director of the Pasteur Network. First of all, I want to apologize for not being there in person for this important and essential discussion. I would have very much liked to be among all of you. I want to also thank the esteemed invitees, presenters, and all of the organizers of this event, which will hopefully bring this important subject even further up higher on the agenda of research, development, and participation in global endeavors. I'd just like to start out my remarks by reminding everybody that for the first time since record keeping began on Earth, we've surpassed the temperature threshold that scientists have long warned could unleash the worst effects of climate change. This happened last Friday, or actually Friday the 20th of November, where the temperature on the planet soared to 2.7 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. What that means is above the levels from 1850 to 1900 average. This was recorded by Europe's Copernicus Climate Change Service, which has provided us with this first information. As all of you know and recognize, this was just one day, so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue, but it does give us an understanding that what we've experienced thus far will certainly continue and begin to be aggravated even further. This will significantly change our lives as individuals, as countries, as societies, and we all need to ensure that as we move forward in our respective areas, that we ensure that the climate crisis is a part of our thinking. With respect to the Pasteur Network, we do have as one of our strategic axes, with the support of the network itself, all of its 32 member institutions located in 25 countries, an important component of our strategic plan to help to address the aggressive and impactful effects of climate change on human health, which are particularly egregious in countries that have the least ability to stand for themselves. Today, in your discussions, I do hope and wish that you're able to contribute positively to these discussions, to help find solutions, to find ways that we can all contribute as individuals, as members of an institution, as societies, and as countries. This is perhaps the largest challenge we'll all face as a species. There's so many things that we've done together. Science has undoubtedly and convincingly and surely made all of these positive changes possible that we've all experienced. And this is the time that we need to group together and ensure that we address this as well. I wish you a wonderful day, great discussions, and I'm very much looking forward to the results of this meeting so that we can hopefully apply some of the solutions to the rest of the Pasteur Network and around the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's give her a big round of applause for giving us those messages and again reminding us about the need for bringing down the increase in global temperatures. So that will conclude the messages that we have received today. So thank you very much again for those wonderful messages that have opened up today's event. And we would now like to conclude the opening ceremony by taking a group photo here on this stage with all of our distinguished guests. So please may our speakers, the distinguished guests, presenters come up to the stage right now. 네, 저희 네빈 분께서 이제 무대 위로 올라와 주시면 기념 촬영을 하도록 하겠습니다. 저희 축사자분들, 연사자, 발표자분들께서 모두 무대 위로 올라와 주시면 감사하겠습니다. Okay, I think we're all fitting well in one line. So please look at the camera in front of you and smile big. 1, 2, 3. 네, 환한 미소로 한 번 더 기념 촬영을 하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그리고 또 오늘 성공적인 심포지움을 위해서 다 함께 박수와 함께 또 이렇게 촬영하면 좋을 것 같은데요. 여러분도 함께 해주시면 좋을 것 같습니다. Okay, let's applause together. Smile into the camera. Okay, thank you very much. You may return to your seats. 네, 모두 자리에 착석해 주시면 되겠습니다. 감사합니다.